If you're selling art prints online, you already know that the artwork itself is only part of the sale. The way you present your work can make a huge difference. Collectors don't just want to see a flat image of your artwork. They want to imagine it hanging in their own homes. They want to see how it looks in different rooms, from different angles and in different interiors. But photographing every single piece is expensive, time-consuming, and honestly, almost impossible for most independent artists. This is where AI-powered wall art mockups come in. Hi, I'm Angie. I'm a digital artist and photographer, and I help other artists improve their skills and build successful creative businesses at 𝗄𝗶𝗴𝗄𝗂𝗏. In today's video, I'm going to show you step by step how to create hyper-realistic wall art mockups for your artwork using RewarxStudio. You'll learn how to upload your artwork, create custom interior scenes, control the placement of your artwork, choose camera angles, and even transform existing templates into professional-looking mockups. Okay, so let's get into it. Before we jump into the tutorial, let's quickly talk about why wall art mockups are so useful for artists. When someone buys an art print online, they can't physically see it in their home. A mockup bridges that gap. Instead of showing only your artwork on a plain background, you can show it framed above a sofa, in a beautiful living room, in a bedroom, or even in a modern office. This helps potential buyers visualize the artwork in their own space. And that emotional connection can make them much more likely to purchase. Recently, I tested multiple AI mockup generators using my own artworks. I compared them based on image quality, realism, prompt accuracy, customization options, available image models, and pricing. And one tool consistently stood out: RewarxStudio. What impressed me the most was that it produced amazing results even with very simple prompts. But when you combine it with detailed prompts, the results get even better. So now let me show you how exactly I create these mockups. The first step is to access RewarxStudio's mockup generator. This tool is very different from regular AI image generators because it's specifically made for creating product and e-commerce ready visuals. For artists, it's great because it allows you to create realistic mockups that put your artwork into the limelight and make it look amazing for your art prints shop. To get started, simply create a free account on RewarxStudio. When you sign up, you receive a number of free credits that are enough to test the platform and generate a couple of mockups. After logging in, select the mockup generator from the left-hand sidebar. The next step is uploading your artwork. Click on Upload your design and select your file. RewarxStudio supports PNG, JPEG, and SVG files. For the best results, I recommend uploading a high-resolution file of your artwork. The better the quality of your image, the better and more realistic the final mockup will look. Once your artwork is uploaded, you're ready to create your mockup. This is where the magic happens. One of my favorite things about RewarxStudio is that it separates the prompt into two different sections: target item and pattern and placement scale. This gives you a lot more control over the final result. The target item field is where you describe the mockup you want to create. You can describe the type of room, the interior style, the furniture, the lighting, the colors, the atmosphere, and the overall mood. For example, for my artwork Poisonous Gift, I used this prompt. Then, in the pattern, placement, and scale field, I explain how I want my artwork to be applied in the mockup. This is a small detail, but it's actually very important. Without instructions like this, AI tools can sometimes distort the artwork, crop it, or place it incorrectly, for example, not centered in the frame. So I always recommend you mention that your artwork should remain centered, keep its original ratio, and fit naturally inside the frame. One thing I found when creating wall art mockups is that the more detailed your prompt is, the more control you have over the result, and the better the final wall art mockup will eventually look. You can also use tools like 𝘄𝗶𝗃 or Claude to help you improve your prompts. And one of my favorite features is that you can even include people looking at your artwork. I show you a bit later in this tutorial how you can do that with template-based mockups. Last but not least, you can customize the output settings. RewarxStudio allows you to select different camera angles and production settings. This is really useful because, for example, you don't need to describe the exact camera position in your prompt. You can simply choose a camera angle you like from the available options. You can also adjust resolution, aspect ratio, and output options. Once you're done, simply click on Initialize Mockup, and within seconds, your AI wall art mockup will be ready. Here are some of the results I created with my own artwork. Don't you think the mockups look absolutely amazing? And each one only took a couple of seconds to generate. The lighting and the shadows look natural, the furniture turned out great, and even the textures look absolutely realistic. I also love that RewarxStudio allows you to upscale and download your images even on the free plan. This means you can create high-resolution mockups, download them, and actually use them to present your art prints online. However, RewarxStudio's watermark will be visible in the image. Another cool feature is that you can also generate wall art mockups from existing templates. For example, you can upload a photo of a room or an art gallery and replace the artwork in the template with your own artwork. I found that this option works particularly well if you want to include people in your mockups. To create a mockup from a template, simply click on I have a template. Then upload your template as well as an image of your artwork. For the prompt, I used something like this. Just remember to always make sure that you are actually allowed to use the templates. For example, I used 3 images from Unsplash that you can modify and use for commercial purposes, such as presenting your art prints for sale. So what does RewarxStudio cost? When you create a free account, you get enough free credits to test the platform. You can generate multiple mockups, upscale your creations, and even download them. There's always a watermark that will remain in the image, but the free plan is definitely a great way to start. If you want to remove the watermark, create more mockups, or even turn them into videos, you can subscribe to one of RewarxStudio's paid plans. For the starter plan, you only pay $9.90 for the first month. You'll get 200 credits every month, which is enough to generate around 100 standard images, 33 high-resolution images up to 4K, or 5 cinematic videos. If you decide to sign up, you can save 15% with my discount code 𝘄𝗶𝗃. And that was how you can create professional-looking wall-up mockups for your artwork using AI. Instead of spending hours photographing your prints in different environments, you can now create hyper-realistic presentations in just a few minutes. If you sell art prints, I highly recommend experimenting with different rooms, styles, and perspective. The more ways people can imagine your artwork in their own space, the easier it becomes for them to connect with it. I hope this tutorial was helpful. If you enjoyed it, make sure to give this video a like and subscribe to the channel for more tutorials about AI tools, digital art, and creative businesses.